Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
Our last words.
Nec ultima verba.
My Little Pony, the cartoon, Friendship is Magic, is one of the greatest cinematic achievements
Look, I'm gonna
of
agree
Western
with you.
media.
I'm gonna agree with you. I haven't really watched it. But,
Oh, that's a you problem.
well,
We're talking about a secret underground business which cannot be by any means be recognized by an official industry. They provide you with a personalized experience which allegedly, upon taking it and then escaping from your current reality, take you to the place of your wildest dreams. This is drugs, and hence I really want to fund this.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, clap.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, rated 17.2 Christopher Nolan films out of 3 James Buck gigs. I'm here adjacent to me, I've got my favourite manager, host and person of the past 5 seconds.
It's Reggie. Hello. What's up, guys?
What's up, people?
What's up?
Adjacent to her, I've got my first favourite gamer girl representative of all time.
Budgie.
Woo! And with us also got a highly esteemed individual friend and guest.
Hi.
Say your name.
Cait. Yes. I'm Cait.
Congratulations. This is going off to a really great start, guys. If you like the level of quality of content that we provide here on the ALW podcast, and just don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding, 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 bitches. And of course, he's not here. He's never here.
No.
He would never be here. This is our first guest in like a week and a half. He's not here. This is a disgrace.
Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there? Your mom. Get in here.
Okay.
Okay. Come
Close
on,
the
fess
door.
up. And don't
sorry.
forget,
Come on, man.
Don't let the breeze in, you son of a bitch. I paid a lot of money for this new
It's already
penthouse that
cold
we're
enough
in.
with you
My
being
mistake.
here.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I'm
Wow.
sorry about the cold, right?
terrible.
Actually.
Yeah.
Damn, okay, cool.
Wow.
Cool. Alright, fantastic. Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm never am.
What's
But,
your reason now?
Daylight savings. Let's talk about that for a second, okay?
Okay.
You see, about 6 months ago-ish now, yeah, something like that.
I don't know time.
Yeah, me neither. See, daylight savings hit. I watched the clock go from 1:59 a.m. to 3 a.m. It was possibly one of the weirdest experiences of my life, and nothing's been the same ever since. I'm constantly an hour missing.
An hour missing, so you're not even late, you're just missing an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Wow.
you know, that I'm pretty sure justifies me being late 6 months ago. You know.
So what about today?
Well, all the hours have accumulated, you know, all the
Mm.
missing
Oh, is
hours.
that how it works?
Yes.
It makes
I guess so.
sense. It
To be
makes
fair, I
sense.
do
See?
that. Like, I once woke up 15 minutes later than usual, and I still haven't gotten those 15 minutes back.
Dude, I know, right?
Yeah.
It sucks. God, see, you understand what I'm going through. I'm the victim here, alright?
Hi, victim.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yes. Anyways, I'm here now. That's all that matters. In the
Indeed.
moment, guys. In the moment.
I kind of wish you weren't here.
Yeah, I kind of
Well,
agree.
You know,
You smell very
It's a
terrible.
bit disappointing.
yeah, that's fair
Did you
enough.
shower?
No.
Oh, that's
I've been,
Yeah.
again, look, my schedule's been way off for the past 6 months. I'll say it again. Showering, I had to eliminate that, alright?
To be fair, showering does take less than an hour, so
So-
if you cut out showering, that would help you gain back that hour.
Exactly.
So you're
True.
telling me you
True.
haven't showered?
In 6 months.
No wonder you
In about a year.
smell.
In about a year, alright? You know, we had the HSC.
I thought you just had like a different cologne on or something.
Yeah, it's very musky.
What's cologne?
Yes. That's what she said. Dun, 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 dun.
To the
Yeah.
cologne or to the musky?
No, cologne and musky is an adjective. Like it's a term that you would describe the cologne with.
Okay.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
All right. Speaking about missing time,
Oh my god.
let's go back
Wow.
in time and
Wow.
talk
I
about
don't want to.
cartoons.
Cartoons.
Cartoons?
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
I hate those.
Oh.
So, Kate, why don't you tell us about your opinions on cartoons? What do you think?
Give
Do
us
They're-
your thesis.
They're pretty good.
Wow, that was amazing.
you have any
That-
issues with
That's it. That's the entire episode.
Issues.
Tell us about your issues with these cartoons.
And don't spoil anything.
That's
No spoilers, please.
No
Unless,
spoilers,
if you
Caitlin.
are, just let the audience know.
For context, Caitlin is notorious for giving away spoilers before the show's even
This is
begun.
No,
true.
look,
This
look.
is true. This is very true.
This is so true.
Look,
I'm
not
gonna tell you,
looking.
okay? Like, what if a person dies?
What if a
Well, then
person
don't spoil it.
cry about it to yourself, alright? We
Alright,
all do.
Keep it to yourself.
Become a ghost.
Oh, cartoons, we love them, don't we?
We do love them.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
sometimes I just want to punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Just
Tell us
like
about
my
that.
ex-wife.
Well, they exist.
Thank you.
Give us an example of a cartoon that exists.
Wow.
Cait.
A cartoon.
Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Steven Universe, guys. You guys have not seen that. You two, I think. Callan and I have seen it. So is Cait here.
Yeah.
And that's a really wacky show that was designed for children initially, but then evolved into something greater that encapsulated the essence of what it means to grow older, or something like that. I'm making this
So
all
you
up as I
should
go
have started
along.
with
I
that
think-
and then talked about Steven Universe.
I should have.
You
Yeah.
were in English Advanced. You should know how this
I
works.
did not
you
belong in
present
there.
your thesis
Okay,
and then you
alright.
provide your examples.
that how you do it?
I think you're trying to get at is the fact that a kids show, a cartoon, for some reason the audience are a bunch of adults, or
Yeah.
at least a bunch of teenagers.
My
Yes.
little
Which is- it's
pony,
really
My Little
weird.
Pony.
It's yes, My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I love that.
That should be
I
for
know.
adults.
So good.
18 plus.
Say what you will, but My Little Pony, the cartoon, Friendship is Magic, is one of the greatest cinematic achievements
I'm gonna
of
agree
Western
with
media.
I'm gonna agree with you. I haven't really watched it, but
Oh, that's a you problem.
well, yeah, I'm not gonna. But like, it's really
It's
insane
weird.
for me. Yeah,
It
like,
is weird.
Yeah.
It's literally designed for kids. Yet I'm pretty sure everyone in
Is
this
it
room
though?
watches.
I wouldn't say it's designed for kids.
The original
Some
cartoons are from
cartoons
Walt
are.
Disney and whatnot. They're
think-
very much adult
Those
directed.
are very expanded.
Exactly. Like if you
ages.
see the original like cartoons and whatnot, like we're talking like Mickey Mouse and so on, it's not necessarily like kid directed. It's very much adult relief. I mean,
It
we're
is.
talking like the Great Depression and whatnot. People
Yeah.
were watching
Yeah.
fucking Mickey Mouse to get over the lack of alcohol that they could consume.
Or when Porky Pig was like fighting Nazis or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it had Nazi themes and shit going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely, like as it progressed, and nowadays we've resulted to a society where like we do stigmatize cartoons. I think is what you're getting at. It to be a very like child-friendly medium.
You know what? There was a show that was originally supposed to be designed for kids. Like it was like I don't remember the rating.
Lovely.
But it went from a kids show
Powerpuff
to literally, gosh, 13 plus.
Oh
I
wow, that's
remem-
intense.
Yeah.
13-year-olds is something
Like-
else.
But like they changed the
Like,
rating
huh.
because of the audience, because who was like viewing the show. It's kind of funny to me.
I think it is
It's
interesting.
because like the average people that watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of cartoons on, say, Cartoon Network, that was the channel I grew up with, humble
Yeah,
brag.
It's a
Same.
good
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, you know,
What is?
if you guys have ever heard of the show Young Justice, it is one of the most
Yes.
brutal kids cartoons I have ever seen in my
The
entire
original, of
life.
course, and not the adaptation where it's all butt jokes and waffles.
No, that's Teen Titans. I'm talking about Young Justice, which we should
Yeah,
talk
no,
about
the
Teen
adaptation
Titans
of the
instead.
adaptation.
Yeah.
I'm getting my DC mixed up.
It's okay. Teen
Yes.
Titans is actually a better example because the original Teen Titans had fight scenes. You don't see that anymore. It had guns. Wow. Weird, right? Well, then you had like the original Batman
And they also
shows.
had adult themes and shit.
Exactly. Like maturity and growth and,
Yes.
and coming of age stories and that sort of thing.
Puberty.
And
Exactly.
also abuse and racism. They talked
Yeah.
racism with Starfire.
That's right,
and,
yeah.
Cyborg. They talked like parental issues and whatnot with Raven and
probably
her
Robin.
intergalactic dad.
Yeah.
And Robin with Batman dad.
But they never
Man.
could mention Batman.
He left.
They never could.
What about regular show?
Regular
They
show.
literally had guns in it.
Yeah.
That's
Like
like
every other episode. Yeah.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. It's amazing. Regular show is weird though because it was originally made for Adult Swim.
That's true.
it's the
Yeah.
opposite.
And then they ended up making like a spiritual successor called Close Enough, which is a cool name.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Close enough.
And it's pretty much just regular show if they were allowed to actually be R18, because yeah.
Although
it
I
is.
would argue, I mean, obviously I'm going to bring up Avatar because if
Yeah,
I
of
didn't
course.
bring up Avatar, then
We
I'd
have
We
be
haven't
sued.
done that. We haven't done that in a
Exactly.
while. So
We
this is
haven't
good.
actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will at some point. I think in May. No spoilers. But yes, I feel like one of the major components of making a successful children's directed TV show is to write it as if you're not writing it for children. like you look at the thematical concerns of Avatar, and it's not something that you would immediately think is appropriate for children. Like we're talking, Aang is literally being revived 100 years later, and he sees the genocide of his people.
Yeah.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, like they're
abuse.
kinds of
Wow.
adult themes, and they're not holding back. And there's also like
Abuse.
They've got abuse and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like we're talking Azula and Zuko, the young male, which every woman young girl at the age of 5 discovered their sexuality with,
Yeah.
and also a lot of the men, the boys. Yeah,
Yeah, you had sexism in there as well with
Exactly.
soccer. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Like there's
What?
Wait, no, hold up a sec. Kate is looking at me funny. What are you on about, Kate?
yeah, Sokka was kind of a
sexist
baseline
player.
misogynist.
Yeah.
Like he grew out of that, but like
I
his
thought you meant
character
actual
development.
like sex
What?
was in there.
No, that's a
I-
Netflix adaptation that's coming out in a couple years.
Well, also, yeah, there was actually, a hinted at
semi-
sex.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, in Korra, but we don't talk about that.
No, soccer and, in that one scene with the tent and,
Okay, yeah, but that was the one.
Yes.
it was implied, it was heavily implied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good point, though. The dichotomous nature of the construction between the Avatar, the original series, and then the Legend of Korra, where the Legend of Korra it became almost Netflixed, if you will.
Yeah.
Where they tried to be more adult, and then it just ended up with a really shitty show with bad undertones and
Yeah.
bad writing.
I still haven't finished that.
You
Like, I
should've.
don't want to.
Exactly.
I watched the entire thing on YouTube.
That's
Yeah.
It was a reaction channel as well.
you couldn't even watch it
I've
alone.
seen
I
that.
was watching the entire time. It was like, oh yeah. That
You
was a
literally
reaction
needed a
thing.
hype man to get through the entire series
was the
because it's so
only, like,
trash.
Need some moral support.
I supported the channel, not the action.
I mean, I suppose, like, Korra did have some genuinely, kind of, how would you say, kind of violent moments. Like, when Zahir is sucking the air, that's what she said, out
Whoa.
of the Earth Queen.
It doesn't hold back on the physical violence.
But it's still kind of, because of the network, obviously, they have to hold back on some elements of that violence. Like, they could have had way more body counts in that show if they were able to let
If
loose
they
a bit more.
wanted to.
Yeah,
They wanted to.
Like,
Hell, they could even show Korra and Asami like kiss at the end, but no, the
Ooh.
network be like, oh, lesbians.
yeah. God, that,
Kissy kiss.
uh,
That was the entire show. Kissy kiss.
Yeah, they did that in the comics afterwards, which are horrible.
yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
like the whole
Yeah,
romance.
and then they
in
made
the-
her dad homophobic as
Oh,
well,
no.
which is
what?
great.
Really?
Yeah,
I
Jesus
didn't know
Christ.
that.
Wow. Okay.
yeah, they had to
being
like bring in
supportive.
some spice to Korra Asami, so they made her dad a misogynist. No, not misogynist, a homophobe.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Don't get me started on those relationships. They don't make any sense in that show.
They really don't. The entire thing's fucking
Yeah,
stuffed.
yeah. So messy.
1 second she's like straight and kissing a boy. Next second.
That's
she's
not the problem.
I mean,
it's the
they-
fact that, like,
They made a
She
love
first-
quadrangle triangle evolution.
yeah, no, like,
Another
Korra
Yeah,
is
they
the
like-
reason why Marco and Asami fell apart, but somehow
We should
Korra
be
and
saving
Asami
this.
become best friends.
Oh,
That doesn't
yeah,
make
yeah.
any sense, right? I can't be the only
I
person.
thought they
Actually,
were
that
like
is a good
enemies. That's
point.
the thing. They were like enemies,
That's what I thought.
and they're like at the
Exactly.
It's like, oh my god, boys are so stupid. I know
Yeah, there's
my life
like
was
this
ruined by you,
commonality.
but like,
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's just a bit frustrating when the cartoons.
Very-
Brandon's confused.
It's pretty simple, Brandon.
We'll leave that to part 4 of the Legend of the Avatar
Whenever we
series.
get around to that.
Exactly.
Brandon.
Yeah.
What's the
Do you ever
Legend
get
of Zelda?
frustrated while
The
watching?
Legend of Zelda.
The Legend of the Avatar.
If you ever get frustrated about a show, just pick up your fist and punch your screen.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's-
That's,
you know,
that's-
Just simple.
that-
It's simple.
Yeah, I did that to my monitor.
Actually, I do recall.
Just
you lost
for
your
But
second
it
monitor.
wasn't a cartoon. It was The Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild.
What? How did that
And
make
then-
you angry?
As one
My
should.
Joy-Con was drifting.
Oh,
Yeah.
so why don't
So
you punch
instead
the
of-
Joy-Con?
Yeah.
I did, and then like I slammed it onto my desk, and it jumped into my monitor and ruined my monitor.
Love
But
that.
thankfully, it was my second monitor. It wasn't the expensive one.
Oh,
Of
So-
course.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Jesus
That makes it
Christ.
better.
Well, fair enough. Joy-Con drift is a problem. Fix it,
This
Nintendo.
is true.
Well, either way, though.
So funny. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, no. I definitely think it is strange, though, how a lot of, especially modern cartoons, a lot of people are finding them to be applicable to their own lives, even though they're initially meant for children. Especially when you have shows like Steven Universe, which at first glance it looks like a typical children's cartoon and ends up being a typical children's cartoon, unfortunately, by the end. But
Miraculous Ladybug as well.
miraculous.
Like
I love that show.
It was
That's
literally-
like my guilty pleasure. I'm so sorry, guys.
Me as well. Like I've only recently got into it, but like you can see it's supposed to be designed for children,
But
but it's so good.
What's it about? I haven't heard of
It
this.
is about like a girl who has
In
a little
France.
secret power. She's just a hero,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
she's in love with a boy in her class who turns out to be another hero, but they can't share their identities.
They don't
So
know who
they're
each
in love
others
with
are.
they're in love with each other, but don't realize it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Basically,
Okay,
and
It's
wow.
really frustrating.
Yeah, I hate it already. Jesus
This is
Christ.
why we all
the
watch
moments,
it.
all the moments where they like do have a point, like an opportunity, and they see each other, it's always usually erased or something. Like their memories erased,
yeah.
or they completely forget about it, or it's like, oh no.
Wow.
But it's
Something
a really,
happens.
it's a really cool concept. Like, I wish they would, develop it more. But it's pretty decent.
I like the fact that Marinette, like the main character, she has like this special ability where she looks around the room and like solves put pieces together to fix the day.
Yeah.
But it's not from her power. It's actually from her.
Yeah,
What she's thinking, she's that smart. I don't know.
That's why she's
yeah,
capable of having
Yeah.
that power.
yeah, that's why she's got it.
No, actually,
She does-
she's capable of having a power because she helped an old man who fell on the ground.
Real?
Yeah, do you not recall the origin, the literal fucking
I've seen
origin?
That. Yeah.
The only reason why either of them end up with the miraculous, which is like what's the name of the MacGuffins, which essentially give them their powers, is because they helped this old man who's like the guardians of the miraculous. Like he's holding on to them. He's like, oh, I need some new heroes because I'm running out. So I'll just go trip on the street a couple times until some teenagers help me up. And
Oh
it's
yeah, that's
essentially
like the first episode.
yeah, literally the first episode, that's the entire point. Like, he falls over on the ground in front of both these teenagers, and they help him, and that's why they have powers.
No, but then also he sees that
That they're really good at helping elderly people off
no!
the ground.
Well,
Well,
they
they
have
have
the
a Cait's
chemistry.
Oh.
That they work well together.
I mean, they're like miraculous. What do you call them?
This is very interesting.
What are they called?
Kwamis,
You can do it.
Kwamis. They're Kwamis ship them as well. It's a funny thing.
It is based...
Anyways, you should watch it. It's a really.
It's French.
Do
right?
recommend it.
It's based in France, and the old man in question, he's of Japanese descent, so there's...
Oh, okay.
There are some like thematic concerns which lean back towards Shintoism and some themes and whatnot. But yes, that's for future us on another episode.
Yeah.
Not really.
Maybe.
Not
Who
really.
knows?
It's not really a
It's
lot to
not
build
that
up
great of an
upon.
episode, a series. It's
Yeah.
nice.
It's-
It's no Avatar.
I like to watch it when I wasn't really thinking of anything. I just on the background. But
Exactly.
it's
Someone
really,
else
you
had
get
to be
into
watching it for me to watch it
Yeah, we'll watch it sometime.
someday.
When we hold Brandon to watch
Exactly.
the other movies on his list.
See, literally a few months ago, I was
Yeah.
talking to you, and I was literally bullshitting the film.
She
Well,
pointed
the-
at me.
the show.
Anyways.
Yes, I was pointing to Cowan. But I was literally bullshitting it. I was like, oh, this is so bad. Like,
And then
who would be into this?
And then you got
And then you
I
got
literally,
into it.
I messaged him like a week later. I'm like, hey, you know that show that I was bullshitting?
The worst part is I saw it
Yeah.
coming. Like, from that one conversation, I knew that you were already hooked on the show and you just didn't like the idea of having to watch it.
That's kind of me though. Like, someone showed me something and I'm not bothered.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You guys seen the Dragon Prince?
Hey!
Wow!
There's a lot of
Okay.
excitement going
Holy
on.
crap! Okay.
I love it.
So,
I've heard of it,
if,
but
if
never
you
got to
don't know, it's made by the head writer for Avatar: The Last
One of them,
Airbender.
Aaron Ehas.
Yes, that's his name.
He also ended up leaving the Legend of Korra writing team to start working on the Dragon Prince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is part of the reason, not the
Why
entire
it's-
reason, but like it's
yeah.
part of the reason why I feel like the
fell
Legend
apart.
of Korra fell apart a lot
Yeah.
because like certain themes and elements of it started to fall really short, and I feel like Aaron was a valuable part of that
Oh, yeah.
trichord writing team. But do
You're
go
gonna say
on.
threesome? You're gonna say
I might have
oh,
done,
Good
but-
lord, Cal.
Wow, I'm just saying, hey, like writers get really intimate when they're really into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk about the Dragon Prince, of which I know more than you.
Yeah, I honestly, I've only seen the whole series once because I was expecting season 4 to come out like a year later after the 3rd season, but unfortunately it's been a bit longer than that. It's just a bit, yeah, wow, it's been ages since...
It's been over a year.
Yeah,
I keep on
wow.
looking back onto Google. Like,
Yeah, nothing.
I want at least a bit of detail what's happening. They sent out like a letter, but that was pretty much. It was like, oh, it's coming. Don't worry.
I'm sure sometime this year.
But I find it funny how like it was around this time last year when we got informed about the rest of the show being released.
Yeah, I heard
eventually, and
about
we're like, oh
It
yay,
all got
exciting! Because at the time it was like a big huge thing about COVID, and I'm like, oh sad. And then I found out about that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a bit of hype, and then they kind of just
It
left
just never came back.
It just never came. It's
Wow,
been over
yeah.
a year.
You've never actually
Still
explained
waiting.
what the show is about, the thematical concerns and whatnot. You want to do that?
We were left on the cliffhanger. Cliffhanger.
It was
No,
a
not really.
cliffhanger.
It was-
Well, yeah, it kind of was. The most recent season, at least, was.
Well, actually,
Well, they're all cliffhangers. That's the entire
Yeah.
idea.
the recent season was designed to basically sort of finish off the story, but not really. It was just in case like they couldn't release anymore.
Oh.
They sort of like left it
And
on
then
a
they got
cliffhanger, but at the
sanctioned
same
for
time
another
not
7
really.
seasons.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And now we've been told that we got more.
Okay, well that's good then. But basically, if you haven't seen the show, it starts off with there's a division between elves and humans. There's magic involved in the world. Only elves, I believe, can wield that magic, if I remember correctly, which I
Yes.
hopefully do.
Well, yes, kind of.
Yep, and then it
That's
turns
what
out,
we assume at first.
yeah, the dragon prince is actually not born yet at the beginning of the show, which is interesting. And your two main protagonists
Technically, he's born. He just hasn't, fertilized.
hatched, whatever.
Fertilized.
Same thing. God, what are the protagonists? I'm probably not the best person to do
You're
this.
looking at one.
Callum,
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
one of the guys' names, and
Ezra.
his brother Ezrin.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry.
Ezra.
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 Is it Ezra?
It's Ezra.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I was the same.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. Unfortunately, I should really rewatch it. Yeah.
Or reread it.
And then reread it. What?
They've got
Book.
a light novel.
Oh right, yeah. They got a book now. God, you know
can
what,
borrow it.
Callan, you take over because I'm not the person for this. Wow.
I mean, I'm the
God.
one who's like not really read the book. Actually, never mind.
Oh, wow.
I read like one page and I was like,
Yeah, no.
Rayla. Why
Yeah,
does that sound
that's right,
weird?
Rayla.
Mm.
God, wow, yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Okay, yeah, you got.
It's a lot of like racial
Yeah.
division, that typical divide which you see in a lot of fantasy era. Like it's very much obviously fantasy set, but we've got your magical creatures on one side of the continent and the typical humans
yeah.
on the other, and yet humans still through perseverance and whatnot maintain some form of dominance, if you will, in that they're not dead,
Somehow.
which is good on them. I know,
Yeah.
like you'd think they're literally
Oh,
facing
dark
up against-
magic. God.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that,
right.
that did kind of
Yes.
start it all.
Does Viren sound very familiar?
Yeah, no, that's
What
right.
about Claudia?
It's coming
about-
back to me
These are all
now.
names that no one knows.
What about Harrow?
Look, okay, isn't that the king?
I mean,
right?
King Harrow, but
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Apologies.
Like, irregardless, there's some elements of racial elitism.
That's right. Yeah.
Like originally, it was very much that the magical races considered themselves superior to humans in every way. Then the moment that humanity struck back, like they learned dark magic, which is essentially like the vilification of regular magic for their own use. Like they're essentially like fucking witchcraft, like crushing up bugs and shit through
Yeah.
magical
Alchemy.
essence. Yeah,
Bad
well, not
alchemy.
alchemy, because alchemy
and
is
a deer.
for gold. Well, I mean, it could have been anything. It didn't have to be a deer.
No, it was a deer.
It could have been anything. It didn't have to
Okay,
be a
yeah,
deer.
but
And technically,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
doe.
right. It was a-
Actually, it wasn't a doe.
Ooh.
A deer. It was a doe.
Callan dropping animal facts on you, Kate.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
she's
my
trying-
axe. I'll summon it back to my hand.
That,
Just like
Don't
Thor
make
does.
me. Exactly.
Thor.
Just like Kratos does.
exactly. By the way, we're talking about Callan's
Leviathan axe.
His
Leviathan
axe that we
Yeah.
mentioned.
the one that he
last
destroyed
episode.
the podcast with last
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Budgie
Yeah.
absolutely loves the thing.
Yeah.
Not everyone does.
Well,
it's
it was sort of
everyone's
just it was just
favourite.
hidden to me, and I was just like, "Where do I put this?" I guess I'll just like hold on to it.
Oh, it's handed back
Oh,
to her
it's
now.
back.
Yeah,
to
we're
me now.
welcome to pass around the axe.
Yeah.
Irregardless,
Show and
ladies and gentlemen, and those who are not ladies nor gentlemen, I'm looking at you, insects and otherwise, and also the aliens at the back, non-binary and whatnot.
Yeah.
Everybody.
My mother, who does not listen to this. My father, who also does not listen to this.
Hey,
Speaking
same.
of which, Dad, come
Same.
back, please. I need milk.
Well,
Regardless, it's time for everybody's favorite segment and mine. Music is playing now. It's Thunder Bust. Jazz music. We need to update our list of music.
we do. Brandon, get on that.
Yeah,
Brandon.
or me. I could easily do that.
Yeah.
Check Google. In fact, it might already be done.
Exactly. Well, on today's episode,
Thunder Bust, which is not a Wolf Shark Tank.
yes, we are welcoming our lovely friend Reggie to provide her insights on one of the many business ideas that she definitely has right now.
Yes.
And I believe it's called Reggie's Rampant Rocking Chairs. What?
Reggie's Rampant Rocking Chairs, everybody.
Rampant rocking chair.
Yeah, interesting. Why didn't you tell us a little bit about that?
Pitch this to us, make us.
Yeah, remember we've got a guest here, so you gotta make
Yeah,
sure
so
it's
you gotta be
good
really
for,
good.
Yeah.
I might be interested, okay?
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, you never know. Cait might need some rampant rocking chairs from Reggie's Rampant Rocking Chairs.
So why don't you tell us what the business does?
So basically, what we do is we build rocking chairs.
Wow.
Wow.
I know.
I'm
Wow.
so
It's
excited.
crazy. But we don't do it in public. Or just, we do it in secret. So don't tell anybody. This is like a secret kind of thing.
In like a warehouse?
Yeah, it's very dodgy.
But doesn't everyone
you know,
make their rocking chairs in warehouses?
What?
In fact,
But
IKEA is so
this
private
this
that
is
they make
like
you do it in your own
This
home.
is top secret, and I shouldn't be even saying this because it's just that brilliant, you know what I'm saying?
Why are there red dots on everyone's foreheads? Those look like laser pointers.
Oh.
Should I have not mentioned that?
Yours is purple.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think it's just a light show. You know how Australia is.
This is
Oh.
You know,
true. There's
nightly light
obviously
shows,
some
yeah.
partying individuals out there, but irregardless,
Yeah.
go on. Don't
So-
shoot
so-
me,
so-
please.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
rocking chairs.
Yeah.
They're not just any rocking chairs. So when you sit on them, of course, you know, there's your initial rocking back and forth.
Of course.
And, you know, maybe occasionally you just sleep in it.
This is true.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do that all
But-
the time.
As soon as you pass out in that chair, oh my god, you're just taken to another world.
Wow.
Whoa.
But when you
Oh.
open your eyes, you're not wherever you were before. You're just in this, you know, wondrous place wherever you were dreaming about. It just becomes
Wow.
reality.
Are you talking
No,
about
this is literally the wishing chair.
Yes.
This is literally Enid Blyton's The Wishing Chair.
It's based off of that.
I'm
Inspired.
genuinely curious now. Fourth Wall Break. Have you
Inspired. Is it-
read that series?
No.
Wow.
Is it like drugs without taking them?
Little bit, yeah.
Okay,
it's
alright.
like you
Alright,
it's
I'm
not
interested.
just
Wait,
one
alright.
magic rocking
Are there
chair.
like patches on the chair, like on the arms and everything? Are there like, instead of nicotine patches, it's like
No,
marijuana
it's
patches?
pristine.
Okay.
So, can I just ask?
It's also
Crystal
personalized.
meth.
You can make it
Wow,
yourself.
personalized rampant rocking chair. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, but you do it from, you know, unknown blocker caller ID kind of thing. That's why it's very
Right.
dodgy.
Naturally.
So when you sit on it, you're just
Because you don't want to know where your happy place is. You don't want to expose yourself. That's your inner thoughts. This is why
Naturally.
it's very
Now,
top secret.
can I just ask, is this something where you can buy the chair for yourself, or do you have to go in, experience it in your headquarters, and then get your memory erased like the Men in Black sort of thing? Or-
But yeah, can I just drive my chair home?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what your dream is, sure.
Exactly. Like what I could just like walk into the factory and then just dream a home, take a nap, and I'll wake up in my own home. It's genius.
So how do you get out of the dream?
How you get out of the dream? Well, easy. Pinch yourself. That's what we all do.
Amazing.
That's
yeah.
obvious.
This is true. I pinch myself to wake up from my dreams.
It's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
That's
Even if you're stupid, like, it still works because, like,
Yeah,
you
it's
just, like,
completely
pinch
foolproof.
myself.
I just
It's
go
like
with it.
everyone.
It's not working right
Wherever
now.
the dream takes me, I go with it.
Because it's not a dream, Cait.
and because
You're
that's
not
a
in.
rocking
That's
chair.
not a rocking chair.
Well, actually, do you have any models here for us to experiment with?
Yeah.
Play with? Yeah. Nah.
Like I do. Can't you see right here?
Oh my god,
Wow.
it's embracing red. It's
Can
got
I try
stripes
it?
on it. It's got the go
I mean,
faster
sure.
stripes.
I want
That's
to try it.
Go
That's
ahead,
one
do
hell of a
so.
Okay.
rocking chair.
This is one of my personal favorites. It's got like unicorns on them. They're very nice
The racing
cushion.
stripes with the unicorns.
Made
it's a
out
very
of
nice
100%
touch.
How do I get
polyester.
there?
Oh, wow. Wow.
No, just
And
dream.
the
It'll
wood
come
is
to
very
you.
nice mahogany. So, yeah, why don't you
Interesting.
sit in this chair?
It
Yeah.
made a loud noise.
It
Yeah.
did.
All right,
Because it
now
rocks.
the
Sorry.
magic working.
Should I hold on to it?
Yes,
she
please.
is currently
Let me
rocking.
rock it for you.
Rock-
For this to work, you have to be asleep.
Naturally. So,
Because
if someone
if
could
you-
knock out Budge.
Kate's doing
Why are
it.
you pushing up?
What the fuck am I looking at?
That's the
That was the
That's
most
not how it
inefficient knocking out I've ever seen.
Normally you do
killing
this by
me.
yourself. This is a personal time for yourself.
Okay, so what's the stress load on these? You know, like what's the maximum weight limit? Because as myself as a
limit.
self-proclaimed big boy, I need some real sturdy rocking chairs. And rocking chairs,
Well, like
they
I
seem to be
said,
pretty
it's
mechanical.
personalized. So we test how you are, and with
Yes.
the chair, we test how you're making.
So it's going to be
And
stress
Wow.
tested for my fat ass. That's a real great comfort,
It's
you know?
personalized, like I said.
Exactly, yeah.
What, would you say that these rocking chairs are good for children?
Yeah.
Babies?
If you
Oh my
you
God,
want
you could
to
get a
buy some for
baby-sized
your
one.
kids, that's excellent.
They'll
Look,
never
I'm
annoy
interested.
you again.
But like, yeah, if you want to
Wow.
put them to sleep, put them there. Put them in that chair.
Nice.
100%.
So
Are
does-
these-
does
Put them
it-
to bed.
Does it just naturally make you sleep?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put your kids there. Easy.
That's
Wow.
a bit,
So why is it called rampant rocking
Yeah, why are
chairs?
they
Rampant.
rampant?
Oh,
Did you have like, was there like
Is
an
it irony?
escape?
yeah.
Oh.
That's like for the
So they're the
advertising
exact
purposes.
opposite. They're not rampant at all.
Oh, well, no, they're trying to keep themselves a secret, that's why.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
But
a
if they were
complete
rampant, then they
opposite.
wouldn't be a secret. So
Yeah, but it's like a disguise. Right? Am I?
Exactly.
Oh, see, yeah.
cool. Cool.
This
Yeah,
is why
cool,
it's
cool,
also
cool.
a rocking chair and not some normal chair.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we just have
Because
to
nobody
go,
wants
you know.
really wants to buy rocking chairs because it's moves a lot and
But all
you
gaming
want
chairs
some
move now.
efficiency with your stability and all.
Are these can these come with like wheels on them so they can move like a gaming chair?
Oh no, we don't work that way. There's our actual wheelchairs.
Can you
Oh.
make it like a gaming chair?
Like what?
Look, that has
See, if
extra
Brandon
costs.
didn't pick up on that, then the mic certainly didn't pick
Yeah.
up on that.
Why did you repeat that
Can you
for
make
us?
it like
Well,
a
don't look
gaming
at
the
Brandon,
mic.
look at the mic.
Can you make it like a gaming chair?
Now I'm going to have to mute your mic.
Well, that has additional costs, so
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know what? That's a good point. We're bringing up costs now. How much do these rampant rocking chairs, which aren't really that rampant, cost?
well, we'll come up with a price, and if you have a reason why we should lower it, then we'll consider
What
it.
if
Well,
my
let's
reason
just
is
assume-
rabies?
Yes, rabies. What if his
Well,
excuse is
I
rabies?
mean, maybe not.
Right.
Maybe.
That works. Okay, but
Maybe
let's
no.
just hypothetically let's assume
Just don't
that a
have rabies
119 kilo male who wanted racing stripes on his rampant rocking chair
Yeah.
wants to purchase a chair. How much would that be for frame of reference?
Maybe I'd say 2,000.
2000
pretty-
what? 2,000 yen? 2,000. Oh.
2,000
American or Australian?
Canadian dollars?
Australian.
Damn. Can you convert that into American dollars?
Yeah, because
I
then it's
cannot,
cheaper.
because we're here in Australia.
Yeah, but then
We're
it's
still trying to, get into other places.
Yeah,
but-
naturally.
well, fair enough.
But if you convert it into American dollars, it's still worth
Well,
the
like,
same
we
amount
don't
as
really
Australian.
need to go to other places because, like I said, with the
You can just
rocking
dream
chair,
there.
dream there.
Holy
Exactly.
crap. Wow, so that's your catchphrase then, your slogan.
Yeah?
The rocking chair dream there. What was it?
Wow.
I forgot already.
Yeah.
Which is not a rip-off
If-
of Enid
if you have a
Blyton's
rocking
series.
chair, Just wait, that doesn't even.
Well,
Oh, no.
I think.
Anyways, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we do get the gist of Reggie's rampant rocking chairs.
Yeah.
So,
So-
if you will give us a moment and we will discuss the quandaries
Okay,
of
I'll
whether or not we're going to
go
fund or
into the
bust
room.
this bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hear our thoughts from. We'll go with Cait
yes,
first.
of course,
yeah,
I
why not?
guess.
Well, what are your thoughts on this product that Reggie's advertising?
Look, I do have trouble sleeping at night.
Well, that
So
sounds like a you
I
problem.
think this chair might actually help me.
Okay. Cool.
If he said it's almost like drugs, but not really taking it, I'll be up to that. Like,
Well, why wouldn't you just take drugs? Because then you'd have the feeling of taking drugs while taking drugs.
Yeah, but then it's like health things.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
could-
yeah.
plus,
You know who I am, Brendan. You know full well that there are less medical deficits to doing marijuana than
I
there
know,
is to
Callan.
drinking.
From the very first episode, you couldn't help but go on
I
about
know.
giving drugs out to children.
Barack
or
Obama
something.
did cocaine.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Anyways.
See, Barack Obama did it,
Anyways,
we should
yeah,
also do it.
back to
if we're saying the chair is roughly $2,000, I do not have $2,000.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
What? Oh wow, yeah, $2,000.
That's a bit.
But then again,
yeah.
it was for 119 kilogram mass male
You
who had
are-
red
you-
racing stripes on it. Did I just say red racing?
something like
Red
that.
racing
Yeah, you are
stripes.
basically buying drugs without the drugs.
Yeah.
So I suppose
Drugs
that
are
kind of
cheaper now that I
explains-
think about it. Drugs are way cheaper.
Yeah,
than
but
this.
but if you use it, like I don't know, we'll say 20 times. No, that's still not.
Okay, but hear me out. Like, you're
It's
sitting in
probably way
this chair
cheaper
and then
than
you start
buying
dreaming
drugs.
and it takes you to your dream. But what happens if you, like, dream somewhere really awkward when you wake, and, like, you wake up and you're just stuck on, like, the top of Mount Everest? Or, like, the place of your deepest, darkest dreams, like Disney World.
Ooh.
Do you know how many fucking children go into Disney World every day?
Dude, do I know? Of course I know.
Yeah, you damn straight well know.
Yeah.
I could not stand to be around that many little people. Oh my god, the screeching, the noise, and you bet that I'm going to be dreaming about Disney World and the amount of pain that would cause me. And then I'm going to wake up and my worst nightmares would be true.
That is very true. Okay, well, Budgie, why don't you give us your thoughts?
I like sleeping.
Okay, well, that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't like
Wow.
drugs, but I like sleeping. And I do occasionally, well, actually all the time, I struggle to sleep.
Oh,
This is true.
we got a few insomniacs in the room. Okay, cool.
I know her nose is fucked.
And my nose is
right. Yeah.
surgery coming up. And then,
But is a rocking chair going to rock away the nose?
I mean, like, it'll probably numb me from the pain of not being able to breathe.
So would drugs. I feel like this is an allegory for drugs.
I've never had a drug that would ever numb me from the pain of not.
Are you? Wait a
I mean,
minute!
'cause
No!
they're really
We're talking
painful.
about a secret underground business which cannot be, by any means, be recognized by an official industry. They provide you with a personalized experience which you cater to yourself by going to the location, which allegedly, upon taking it and then escaping from your current reality, take you to the place of your wildest dreams. This is drugs, and hence I really want to fund this.
Okay, you know what?
Wow, okay.
You know, I want to have a dream of just being with my boyfriend.
Aww.
Aw, can't relate.
Cocaine will fix that.
Please don't. No, that would fix that. Well, how would cocaine fix that?
Well, apparently from Reggie's rampant rocking chairs, which is really just like an allegory for an MDMA or something, or like meth.
Look, Reggie,
It just has like a
he
stash of
supports
drugs.
you. I support you.
You know,
They're
I
not
support-
even in the
you know,
room.
well-
Stop breaking the fourth wall.
Okay, well, Reggie, come
I
back in
support
here.
her. Yay! Well done!
Okay, what do
Welcome
you
back.
think? Hi.
I'm personally down to fund this thing.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, why the hell not? I'm always down for some shady underground rocking chair operations. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh, Cal? Yeah.
Now, you know how I am about supporting the industry and whatnot.
He says yes.
Exactly. Like, obviously, you're not government funded in any way. I'm just making sure there's
no
none of
way,
this
we
government
couldn't.
shit. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Now, I can't find any kind of
So is that
psychedelics
a
that start
yes?
with R, but a
Well-
lot of them have R in the name.
We need to have majority rules here. So, Kate and Budgie, what do you guys
I fund.
fund? And Kate? Don't be the odd one out, Kate. This is your
Look.
episode.
Look,
No, don't do it.
look. I'm sorry,
Oh my god.
My heart.
but I love it.
Oh,
I mean, yeah!
Mom, Dad, we made it!
Wow,
Cool.
yay!
I'll be able to pick up the MDMA later. The rocking chair with the racing stripes.
Well, fantastic.
yeah.
We'll get it ready soon.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you again, Reggie, for bringing in that
Thank
lovely
you so
business
much
idea.
for being here.
Yes. Well then, moving on then. Wow. Yeah, Kate's been handing around this image of a lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah, I don't really get why. She
Well-
just showed
I also
it to
don't
me.
get why you're bringing this up without a punchline.
There is no punchline. I just found this a bit
It's just-
concerning.
You're a lobster.
Fair enough.
Look, we all know Jay.
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 Wow, how
Jay.
could you?
Wait,
Almost.
you're talking to Jay right now, but she's
I'm-
not talking to us.
Well,
I swear, what is
Well-
it with this woman?
I have just been sent a meme/image.
Oh my god.
Would you like to read it, Reggie?
Read it
You've
for
just been lobstered. Lobstered on the person to be unlobstered.
I've just been lobstered. Ladies and
So-
gentlemen,
You showed all of us to unlobster yourself.
Wait,
Well-
so what does it mean to be lobster?
why don't we ask
I
Jay
might-
herself?
Oh.
Okay, this is
Okay.
going somewhere. I was
Oh
going
my-
to give you an award for actually
Oh,
making
snap.
me cut content because of how much I didn't like it. Put the phone in
Okay.
front of the good mic.
All right,
Why
well,
don't we
I'm
call
gonna give her a
Jay?
good old call now.
So if
Fantastic.
she doesn't answer, I'm gonna call her and then she's gonna answer.
Put the
This
phone in front
guy's-
of the good mic.
I believe this is the return of
Don't put it too closer, because
of a certain
Yeah, because
Jay.
feedback.
cut this out and then put it into the. Go straight away to when John.
Yeah, sure. I won't. If she
Yeah.
doesn't pick up, then I'm just cutting this whole thing and I'm giving you an award.
Oh my
there she
god.
is.
Hello,
Yeah, I
Jay.
did
Hello,
pick
Jay.
up.
Hi, Jay.
I'm just that good.
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
Wow.
Would you like to explain to the audience what image you just sent me?
No.
No, please.
Nice.
So we're asking, what does being lobstered actually
Oh
mean?
my god.
Give us the philosophical implications of the lobstering that one
Do you want
doth
me to give you
give.
the real answer or
Both,
Give us
obviously.
both.
Please make it interesting.
My friend just sent me this and he was like, "You've just been lobstered," and I was like, "Shit."
It's already
Wow.
bad.
So then, I had to be unlobstered, and to do that, you have to lobster someone else. So I did that.
Oh.
That's
Is
it?
this kind of like
The other reason
footsies?
is that I've been cursed indefinitely, and I'm trying to spread this curse to as much people as possible.
Many
But
people.
I just haven't gotten very far yet. I've already sent it to Cait.
What if you don't send it? Is it just like you don't want to find out?
I die.
Do you just become an immortal crustacean?
Hell yeah.
Lobsters
Yeah,
are
I'd rather
immortal
not
except for their
do
shells,
that.
constricting them alive because their shells don't grow with their
Oh, I
bodies.
see.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Alright.
Jay, by the way, just say hi to the Any Last Words podcast, please.
Yeah.
Hi, audience. How's it going? Hope you're having a great day, night, afternoon, and or morning.
Wow.
Pretty shit because you're not here.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
You're
How
talking to
dare
other
you.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, disgusting.
Jay can be here, but you can't? Jesus.
Wow.
Wow, alright. See how
Kate
it
was
is.
You've
late
been
as well.
replaced. You've
I'm
been
not late.
lobstered.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways. Well, thank you, Jay.
it was
for-
nice of you to explain what lobster is.
If this doesn't pick up on the mic, I'm cutting everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair
And then
enough.
I'm giving Kate the award for giving me the first segment, which I cut out because it's crap.
Thank you guys. Do I get like a medal or like a trophy or
Sure,
one of
yeah,
those?
we'll get
Like
that.
I'll just mail you one of my dog shits.
Oh my
Look.
god.
I'll just add it to my pile.
Wasn't it just he?
Shit.
Don't worry about it, Jay.
It's
This is a
fine.
great
Don't
episode
worry
so
about
far.
it. I choose to ignore that.
Okay.
Thank
Going
you.
well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Jay, for
Thank you so
stopping by
much,
on the
Jay.
Thanks,
I love
Jay.
you.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
Yep.
Bye.
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 Irregardless, that was that. If you like
Oh my God.
content which is riveting and is exhilarating and just really amazing, and
Then
just
subscribe to
outstanding quality-
PewDiePie.
Yeah, subscribe to anyone but us. We're horrible at this. Dear God, that was
That's okay.
disgusting.
Well, let's move on to something that's a bit more
Yes,
fun
irregardless,
to
let's
talk
hope
about.
that this gets carried a little bit. But yes, so your thematical concerns previously, guest who was looking at her phone like the antisocial fuck she is. We're friends, so I can insult the guest. But yes, time travel. Stop looking at your phone, you addict. Come on,
Yeah.
Because
walk
you're
us through
wasting
this.
time.
Time
Exactly.
travel.
Well-
You can't travel back in time and rectify this.
Time travel.
Okay.
We all love it, hate it.
No, this the lobster
Don't-
thing.
You both
Time
sent it to
travel.
me.
Time
They just
travel. Time
lobster.
travel. Let's
Anyways,
go.
you love it, you hate it.
Oh my god.
God.
Jay,
So stop
why?
looking at all these goddamn lobsters. Jay's lobstering
Jay's
everyone
lobstering
now.
everyone.
And so I've
So
done it
was
to
she.
you.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Time
Jay-
travel.
Jay
Oh my
spent the past
goodness.
3 minutes lobstering.
Time travel.
Time
people.
travel.
Get on with it.
We love it, we hate it. Sometimes we just want to kill it. All right.
That was
Why
amazing.
the flipping fluff?
Wow.
Flipping fluff.
She actually used this. Oh my
She
god.
actually used.
To
Holy crap. Okay.
books, shows, literally anything that broadcasts some kind of thing.
Entertainment. Yeah. Yeah.
Context,
Entertainment.
yes.
Thank you. Content. Why do they demonstrate time travel? Really shit. Really, just really
Elaborate.
bad.
So you mean like, why don't they handle it well?
Well, yeah.
Elaborate. Use your words.
Here's my words.
You're good at that, right? That's why we brought you on here, right? Yes.
Any last words?
It is.
Sorry.
These are your
So
last
really,
words,
so
alright?
Really?
Yeah, we're killing you with the axe after we're done, so these are your last words.
Every single show that I've watched
Okay.
has demonstrated time as like.
You can do it.
I've got this. I've got this.
Give us an example.
Don't make me
All
do
right,
what I do to
we'll give an
Brandon.
example. So, we'll say, what's that recent Umbrella Academy? Has anyone watched Umbrella
I've
Academy?
never seen Umbrella.
Oh.
The
Continue.
recent season that was released, our lovely group goes into the past and they kind of just merge within the time, start getting used to it, and then, they fix everything up and then, spoiler alert, go back to their present time. But things are different.
Okay.
That's not how time works. time is like a Bible, literally like a Bible.
Actually, the
you
Bible's incorrect.
Well, look, it's like a book. You can rip as many pages out as you can, but it's still going to be a book.
Right. Okay.
Well, what if you
Sure.
just rip it up to the degree where it's no longer a book and it's like a pile of shredded up paper?
Yeah, but you could always look for another one and it'll be the same.
Well, what if it's just like a one-off? Like you got it
you
custom
cannot-
printed yourself. And
You cannot change time. It's just stupid. You cannot change time. It's set in stone. It's like you cannot change it.
Is it though?
Ew.
From my belief,
Oh, snap.
you cannot. If you were to go back in time, you probably deserve to go into that time period. And then you'll come
Oh
back.
my God, you
nothing
deserve to
changes.
go back in time if you go back in
I don't
time.
know how to explain it properly.
No, it
Kelly,
makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
you were meant to be there.
you were meant to be there.
Well, yeah.
There you
You
go.
cannot
That's-
physically change anything, because everything,
The temporal
everything's like-
constants.
You know those videos that go around where it's like, oh, someone's must have time traveled, and it shows this video of like someone almost getting hit by a car, and then someone else grabs them.
So
I
you
don't
mean
know
where
where
like a
it's-
camera
Yeah.
glitches out and then people think that's time travel? Yeah.
But like, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, nothing changed other than that video coming out.
Well, yeah. I mean, Doctor Who handles time travel pretty well, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
well, kind of.
I think it really does.
I mean,
because-
I've never watched it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're giving me an opinion
Oh,
on something
wow.
you've never
Look,
seen.
I've
I
never
see how
watched
it
it.
is.
It's like My Little Pony, I haven't watched it, okay?
That's fair enough. I
That
mean,
hurts my heart.
yeah.
Oh no.
Doctor Who does treat time travel more so as you're kind of always meant to go there. The main time traveling device.
It's a temporal constant.
Yeah, the main time traveling device, the TARDIS, is conscious to a degree, where it actually intends to take you to a place where you need to go to fulfill certain
Or
events.
at least
that-
his TARDIS
Yeah.
does.
At least his TARDIS does. We don't actually see many.
We've
TARDISes in
never
the
seen
show.
any other TARDISes except for rudimentary ones, which he's constructed here
Or
and there.
the one in the most
Or-
recent episode,
yeah, the most
unfortunately.
recent one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's how time travel should be depicted in most media if they're going to go for time travel at all. Just because it makes sense. First of all, it works well with the story, and it just helps move the plot forward a lot.
Like
better.
basically, what you're describing is that there should be a difference between the character temporality and the overall universal temporality, and that like the universe's overall time continuum is constant, and after an event has occurred, then it can be rectified. But in your instance, with time-traveling individuals, their temporality can flux in that they can travel forwards and backwards through time and whatnot. Not necessarily changing, but merely contributing to the overall universal temporality. The counter-argument to the grandfather paradox, if you will, the idea where you go back in time, kill your own grandfather. Wait a minute, you can't do that because you killed your grandfather and now you didn't have sex with your grandma. Didn't make your parents, it didn't make you. Yada,
Back to the
yada,
Future.
yada.
Yeah.
Yeah, Back to the
Exactly.
Future.
Back to the Future doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that's
I mean,
sure.
regardless, so Back to the Future is just a general example of traveling back in time with the intent of changing the present, which is just not a thing unless you account for the multiple universe theory.
Then that makes
There was only one movie that I've watched.
You've only seen one movie, and you haven't seen a lot of other
Your
movies.
entire life.
I'm sorry.
There is
I
only
keep
one
nitpicking.
movie that illustrates time really well.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Big Boy Callan over
You
here.
just call me fat.
Oof.
It's a
'Cause I
big
am.
boy. Big
my
boy
God.
means you're manly and
Get to
You
the
don't
point.
believe it,
Yeah,
though.
I-
Just
Oh,
get
no,
on with
no,
it. You
I
saw
don't know.
Tenet, alright? You saw a Nolan film.
okay. Tenet.
Okay. Tenet.
You love it. You hate it.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
You
It's a
want to
great
punch
pitch,
it in the
but
face.
anywho. You
Yeah.
gonna keep going? Yeah?
Well, it's the only movie that actually represent time really well in it. Nothing changed within the whole movie. Everything just sit in place perfectly. Like the beginning of the film, there was some wacky stuff. But
Do you want to talk about the wacky stuff?
At the end of the film,
Do you want to
And
talk about the
everything made
wacky
sense.
stuff?
well,
You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh my god.
You can do it. Stop motioning for me to talk about it. You can do it.
well, wacky stuff.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, so the general premises of the plot of the film, which I'm now going to talk about in a fashion which I do to Brandon all the time,
Thank
are
you.
essentially temporality of objects, or rather entropy is being reversed. Essentially, objects are traveling backwards in time. So rather than like shooting a bullet, the bullet would be embedded in the gunshot
In the glass.
area. Yes, like a glass window or like a brick wall, and then you just point your gun at it, and then the bullet would come flying back into the gun. It's a bit funky. It has to do with entropy and like polarity and whatnot. Like you'd essentially be reversing a lot of baryonic matter and yada yada yada. It's very hypothetical, and can it be achieved? Probably, maybe. That's a future us to find out, which is the whole point. The general premises of the plot is that the future is arming the present for a weapons deal. They're essentially creating a World War III scenario where like the future is sending weapons to the antagonists from the future to destroy the present, and goes into that whole argument of the cyclical nature where you can change the past without impacting the future. They're essentially trying to wage war on the past from the future. The future isn't relevant to the plot, but essentially the general premises of it is that the protagonist themselves comes into contact with a machine which allows time to be reversed for an object, including people. So when you get to like 3/4 into the film, the protagonist then has to change time. He has to reverse time around himself, and then he starts going through the movie backwards. It's essentially the movie is folding back in on itself. So like, he's moving backwards in time while he's going through the movie, which is still moving forwards. So like there are car chase scenes where like he would be driving backwards essentially. Like he'd be going backwards on a highway, but for him, he's driving forwards. In a reverse time car chase.
That sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
Like, just on the side note, that sounds really awesome to watch. Yeah.
Genuinely, like this is what a lot of people would consider like Nolan's latest contribution to his thesis in movie making when it comes to time. Because one of Nolan's big things when he's allowed to do a pet film is to use time as a medium of conveying the story. And in Tenet, he actually removed the protagonist as kind of like a tenet of the film. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
Where the protagonist's name is literally protagonist. He's not given a name, he's not given any development, and all the other characters are essentially the same. The movie is not about the characters or the development. It's about exploring Christopher Nolan's thesis in explaining a story. It's more about how we can manipulate this really complicated story. Like, he'd been writing this for 4 years, and he'd been using that time figuring out the time travel, essentially. And it's not really time travel, it's manipulation of polarity, of entropy.
Time travel,
yes.
for short.
Wow.
But yeah, it took him years to figure out just how that works. And there are still nitpicks. Like, there's one scene where a building explodes in reverse and someone gets captured inside of that. The person who gets caught inside of the reverse exploding building was moving forwards through time. So that would mean that the person had always been inside of the building, and in forward time, the building explodes to reveal a person. You know?
See, this is
So
why
there are still nitpicks, but the overall film is an absolute masterpiece. It was
the fact that they started off like pretty normal, and then there was like this huge, time shit and stuff like that. But then right at the end of the film, it continued. Nothing changed other than, the explanation of the story. I don't know.
So it's a separation between the universal temporality and then the character temporality, where we're experiencing the film as a whole from the protagonist's point of view, and the temporality of the entire film can shift from there, but it's remaining constant. They're not changing anything. They're acting out the play of events, but they're playing it in two different ways at once. Like the film is both being played from the end to the beginning and the beginning to the end. Which is a very Nolan thing to do. Like he loves messing around with time as a fixture of like his expression. Like with a lot of his classics, like Dunkirk is a war film, and he has that from 3 separate points of view. If I'm not mistaken, there's like a ground troop and then some sort of other artillery in there, and I think a naval vessel, and then there's another point of view which is coming from an aircraft. And there's some, like, it's not time travel, but it's like messing with the temporality of the story. So it's like jumping from different plot points and it all interconnects.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really cool.
But compared to, then you look at his greatest hit, arguably, Interstellar, which is the same concept. It's not, for the most part, it's not time travel in that they're jumping through time, but rather it's the gravitational constant. Yeah, where you're essentially changing through the interactions of different galactic bodies. So like larger planets which are changing the rate of time. So there's a scene, a really infamous scene, where they land on a giant aquatic planet, and they've only got like an hour or 7 minutes on this planet, and outside of the planet's gravitational field, like 10 years is going to pass.
That's
But then they end up trapped on the planet for an entire hour. And then when they move back to their base, like the other pilots that they left behind on their main vessel, they're practically elderly at this point. They've been alone in space, in the dead of space, for like years on end. And you've seen them gone insane. Then at the end of the film, they also go into very hypothetical science, like what happens when you go into a black hole and all that shit, which goes into wormhole theory. And it does play into like the universal constant, where we see the protagonist is actually manipulating events at the beginning of the film, which had already happened. Like he's sending his daughter messages through time from the future. It's a funky shit.
I've seen like a few clips of that. Yeah.
Honestly, like I do recommend Interstellar. In fact, I recommend any of Nolan's typical themes when it comes to time travel, like Interstellar and Dunkirk, and what's the other one? Inception. There we go. Those are arguably three of the greatest films of his repertoire.
Yeah,
and then Tenet is
really good
his
movies.
most technological. That's certainly like his greatest thesis exploration. He went above and beyond when it came to like storytelling as a medium through time. Yes, which I do agree
That was
with.
quite interesting. Thank you.
Yes, I know it was, Miss. I was on
Yes.
my phone the entire time.
No, I just said the lobster meme back at Jay.
Took you
Oh my
another
God.
7 minutes, did you?
And then she sent it back to me, and then I sent 3 more times back to her, and she replied with, "Fuck you."
Wow.
Whoa.
If you didn't get anything out of this episode, just know that the lobster meme is apparently a thing. I didn't know
I'll
that.
talk
I
about
just
lobsters
found out.
some
We're
actually no, when we
coming
do the fish
around.
episode that we promised, I'll talk about lobsters. for
We
20
promised a
minutes.
fish episode.
Yeah, well, you were gone.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
because Jay did the whole fish prank,
Oh,
and then I
right,
started
right,
talking
right,
about
right.
fish, and then we had to cut that short because I could talk about fish for hours.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
now I'm going to throw in lobsters.
Okay, if we get 10 likes,
No,
3.
5. Oh, okay. That's
yeah, but we can't.
We're doing
actually...
aquatic special.
Okay. Cool. Well, what are you doing? All right. Well then, Cait, any closing thoughts about anything in general?
I don't
Any
know.
last words?
Any last words?
Any last
Oh my
words?
God, they
Oh,
said the
I've got chills, guys. Now,
Get the axe ready.
look, yeah.
All right. Put your head in the
off.
guillotine. Let's go.
Don't need a guillotine, we've got an axe.
Yeah, but like,
Well-
just for the sake, it just looks cool.
The axe with the guillotine.
My last words is shows tell us your secrets, and also
Well, they do. That's the point
make
of the show.
sense. Please just make sense of the time. Make
Say
it
what you
re-
will, but they make a lot of sense.
Money.
You made
You made a money
dollars.
joke.
Dollars.
Money,
Wow.
money.
But yeah, that's really it. Just
Thank you for
Wow.
coming
Oh my
on.
God,
Cait.
Yeah,
Still, chop
wow.
her head off.
Wait,
I'm
before
sorry.
you do that, I believe, Cait, did you want to promote anything?
promote.
Fucking
Did
Insta
you?
and your TikTok, that's what you asked, you
Yes.
fucking TikTok.
Your Instagram. Yeah.
At Cait
Ah.
underscore Paul with a 3 on the end, and then a TikTok is at Space Turtle with a
no,
1
no,
instead of an L at the
shh,
end.
Yep. Correct.
My. No, you just said it. Okay.
Yeah, I
never
know
mind.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out to the End of Last Words podcast, everybody. Rated 17.3 Christopher Nolan films out of 3 Chris Buck gigs. If you're going to have to Google that last one, I pity your existence. Of course, check out our resident artist, Jay, at ghosting _Jarly on pretty much any social you can think of. Her Twitter is really active, and I enjoy seeing that shit. Approach her on Instagram and whatnot for commissions
Link
and
in
yada
the
yada yada.
description.
And so she
Exactly.
can come back.
She has
Exactly.
commissions.
She does commissions.
Oh my
You've
gosh.
gotten commissions from her before.
Oh yeah, I did.
Jeez, and you say that I have bad memory.
But I didn't pay her, so I've got to pay her.
Why
now.
the fuck didn't you pay her?
No, I did offer,
How
but she didn't.
dare.
She's like, no.
Well, she made me pay for Reggie's commission.
Wow.
What?
Okay. Someone's gonna talk to her now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you're gonna pay. We're seeing some equality out here. Pay for that damn commission.
It was a techno pick. Okay, techno blade. Me.
I
That
don't-
doesn't excuse it.
Okay,
This is
well,
a capitalist society. Pay money for shit. I know. And you guys went to KFC, and I asked if you could get me something from KFC, and then you didn't get me something from KFC.
Did you ask?
Well, yes.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yes.
No, you did.
I did on the Discord, on the chat, and then you proceeded not to get me
Well,
anything.
see,
from
I have
KFC.
a chat.
Where's
Wow.
mine? Where's mine?
You said you would bring Macca's to this, and then you didn't.
No one responded to me.
I was getting popcorn
You were
chicken,
literally, you'd
yeah.
spent
Oh,
like 3 weeks being like,
dang.
oh my god, I'm gonna get Macca's for the guys. Don't bother getting them pizza. I'll buy Macca's.
And then
Guess who
and
didn't
then,
come with Macca's?
I'll get Macca's then.
And now
Well,
we're all
not now,
starving.
because they've got to go home. Instead of getting Macca's, you can drive everyone home